What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Celebrity Overdose. Chloe Bailey is among millions of people who admire Beyonce, but she's finally realized that she's taking it a bit too far. In this video, we're taking a look at Chloe Bailey admitting to always copying Beyonce. Before we get started, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos going forward. Number 10, starting her career. Before we get started with why Chloe has been copying Beyonce so much as of late, we'll need to take a look at what actually led her to this point. Many of you might not remember, but Chloe actually got a start in her singing career by making a bunch of covers along with her sister on her YouTube channel. While she was doing so, she started to get a sense of what singing was meant to be and started to pivot towards some of the singers that had made great songs. As it so happened, one of those songs was made by Beyonce. Number 9, being noticed. It was a very lucky day for Chloe and Halle when they decided to sing one of Beyonce's songs on her YouTube channel. And the reason for that is obvious to everyone because this is what led them to being noticed by the world. As soon as they released the video, it was an instant success and many fans praised the two singers for their singing. After the initial push, this video went viral and so many people viewed this video that it finally came in front of Beyonce herself. As soon as she saw that video, she knew that the two sisters had potential and made the decision to sign them with her own management company called Parkwood Entertainment. This meant that she would have a hand in extracting the true potential hidden within those girls herself, and this is one of the many things she has done that has gotten her so much fame and love in her career. After signing up with the management company, Beyonce started to give out advice to the young girls that would stick with them forever. Number 8, staying true. Since Beyonce had signed Halle and Chloe for the sole purpose of grooming them into great singers, she immediately started to do just that. There were many pieces of advice that she gave to the two singers, but one of them was about staying true to oneself. She said that they should do what they wanted with their singing career and not let the music industry or anyone else influence which type of music they should make. That is a great piece of advice, and it's surely been the case for many artists who fall under the influence of their label or some other person and entirely switch up their careers. If you think about it, it's obvious that the person that would know which type of music to make would be the singer themselves. There was another more crucial advice given to them, and it was regarding social media. Number 7, no scroll rule. If you notice Beyonce's profile on any social media site, you will have no doubt seen that she doesn't interact that much with other users, and that's another thing that she advised the Bailey sisters to do as well. Chloe reiterated what Beyonce had said to her in an interview and said that Beyonce had a no scroll rule. This meant that whether the sisters received positive comments or negative ones, they shouldn't scroll their social media feed. You might have guessed as to why she said this, but the main gist of the matter is to avoid addiction to social media and avoiding the need to change one's personality according to what people might think. This advice is actually applicable to millions of people around the world. Number 6, no simplification. Another piece of advice that was given by Beyonce to the sisters was that they shouldn't change their music in order to make it understandable to their fans. In the simplest of words, Beyonce said that they shouldn't dumb down their music for the people, and this is a similar message to the one mentioning that they should stay true to themselves. Number 5, breaking up. As you might have seen in the title of this video, we're only talking about Chloe Bailey and not her sister, and one of the main reasons for that is that after a few years of making music with one another, the sisters eventually broke up. This first started with the two of them creating two separate accounts on social media, and then from there creating their own music. This is when things truly started to go sideways for Chloe Bailey. Number 4, initial controversy. After she had begun making her own music, Chloe went through a stage in her career that most artists in the music industry go through, and that's creating a controversy. The main reason why there was a controversy had to do with the way Chloe was behaving on social media and during her performances. It seemed like she was revealing too much of herself in some of her posts in order to gain the attention of her fans. This was obviously not the right path to be heading towards, and it led to further instances which could be a bad indicator for her career. Number 3, first instance of copying. One of the very first instances of Chloe copying more than one aspect of Beyonce was when she released her first music video. At first glance, it was clear where most of her styling choices and inspirations were coming from, and one of the things that solidified the fact that she was trying to be like Beyonce was including Beyonce's own mother in the music video. This led to a lot of chatter online about her behavior, but most people shrugged it off as her paying homage to the artist who had done so much for her. Number 2, Beyonce's father jumps in. Among the many voices airing their opinions about Chloe, there was one voice that carried a lot of weight with it, and that was Beyonce's father. After Chloe had shown the world that she was trying to be more like Beyonce, people had started to compare Chloe to her. This evidently didn't sit right with Beyonce's father, who said in an interview that the people who actually thought about comparing Chloe and Beyonce's talents with one another were idiots. Those are some harsh words, but one can understand where he's coming from. As it turns out, this wouldn't be the only time she tried to be like Beyonce.
Are you actually serious that you're comparing that young lady to Beyonce?
Number 1, copying once again. The second instance of Chloe blatantly trying to be more like Beyonce came when she released a series of photos on her Instagram. In those photos, she was seen sitting in a large drinking glass. As soon as the real fans of Beyonce saw that photo, they knew she was trying to replicate the music video Naughty Girl that was released all the way back in 2003. There couldn't be a more obvious way in which Chloe could admit that it was in fact copying Beyonce. One of the main themes that's seemingly being echoed across social media is that Chloe is losing her own voice and is instead trying to become a copy of Beyonce, which won't work out in her favor in the long term. If an artist loses their originality, you can be sure that their career doesn't have a chance to thrive much longer, so here's hoping that it doesn't end up being the case with Chloe. So these were some of the details related to Chloe admitting to copying Beyonce. One intriguing thing about this whole affair is that Beyonce hasn't even said a word about it, so there's no telling what she might be thinking. That brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future videos going forward. If you enjoyed our content, then let us know by hitting that like button, and until next time, take care and goodbye.